Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We left off getting our asses kind of pwned, you might say, by Kazuma and his, badgering. Well, not really badgering. Basically, he was kind of doing our job before we even got to do it. We even got to fucking present anything, which was kind of a bummer. But now we've got the actual people who saw the crime, or heard it as it took place. And, as I mentioned last time, it looks like fucking Beppo is back. Which is pretty epic. Anyway, also, this guy's a weird, lip thing, is all I gotta say. Not sure what that's about.
Names? We don't use names. Far too fancy for the likes of us. We're just free and easy. Sell what we like, live where we want to live. I give them all a vacant stare as they walk down Fresno, and it spit up a few words into a verse for them.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Bah! Would I be right in assuming that all three of you make your living by selling wares on the street? Everyone calls me Gossip. I sell jaunty little titbits.
That's a funny word.
Titbits to passerbys, you know.
Jaunty little titbits.
I got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right up your giddle it is. Sixpence is the price, and not a penny less.
God, you look like a fucking One Piece character.
What? Wait, you're actually trying to sell it to me now? Oh, come on, sir. Don't tell me you're not interested. Try the man.
Give him the money and see what it is. I'm pretty sure we're in a court of law. If there's anything important that he has to share, that's like his duty to just give it to us, not have to pay for it.
Pay the man, counsel. Bro, really? All right. Sixpence it is. You won't regret it, sir. Now, got your listening ears on? Just between us, a young couple on Slate Street have just had twins.
Oh, cool. What does that have to do with anything like relevant or important to what we were actually discussing? Is that it?
No, it's not it. It's gossip, isn't it? It wants to spread. But that bit's up to you and your mouth, of course. I've got more, you know. Want another juicy one? 6 pence a piece it is, if you're curious.
Also, I just noticed you have like a bit of a neck thing going on. I mean, you got a lip thing going on for one, but you've got a neck thing, like inflammation, perhaps? Bruising, perhaps? I can't quite tell, but it's a bit strange. I am curious, yes, about what's going on just under that fat bottom lip of yours.
Maybe that unusual bruise or whatever that's poking out from under your collar.
Oh hey, Rinosuke wouldn't notice it too. We're like two peas in a pod, he and I.
What about the next witness then? What name do you go by, and what do you sell? Me? I'm Venus. That's what everyone calls me. Funny, isn't it? I sell these lovely little fireworks to all the local school kids.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool, I guess.
6 pence a pop. What do you say?
I would say I don't think you can light fireworks, in the courtroom. But also, I've seen what we do, to celebrate a victory, and so I guess fireworks are cool.
You weren't exaggerating with little.
Yeah, well, I mean, 6 pence isn't that much, I don't think.
Do they actually sell? Oh yeah, second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Especially when I tell them that if they get 100, they could blow up the school. Well, not the most savory of ideas, young lady.
Yeah, but what child didn't want to blow up their school, you know, growing up?
What do you say then, eh? Want to part with a 6 pence for the pot? Wait, what? You want me to buy one? Tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you get 100 of them, you could blow up the whole courtroom.
Okay, well, I feel like we already do that normally whenever we win a case, or we're at risk of doing that. So I don't know if 100 of them would really make much of a difference, you know, here in the long run.
Try the woman. Give her the money and see if she's right. Pay the woman, counsel.
Okay, are you guys fucking trying? I'm not gonna have any goddamn money left by the time I'm done with you freaks.
Alright, I'll buy one. Jesus. Lovely stuff. Right then. There's something a bit extra, just for you.
Oh, what are we doing?
The Venus Special. Only 600 pence.
Okay, now those look a little more dangerous, a little more explosive. Also, 600 pence is a lot more than 6 pence.
600? It's 100 of my regular fireworks. Nothing little about that, is there?
Well, I suppose not.
And there'd be nothing little about the punishment if I blew up the Old Bailey, either. The Venus firecracker has been entered into the court record.
So that's going to be actual evidence, is it? Okay.
As the last witness, what name do you go by, and what do you sell? I'm a thinker, me. Think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. I think. What's that on your? What is it on your board? Is that like? I can't even read that. Because I stand there on the street, watching the world go on. The world go on about me. They call me the Observator. Get out of it. Get out of it, old man. Everyone calls you Sandwich, and you know it.
Sandwich. That's almost as good a name as Beppo.
So, you don't actually sell anything. A problem shared is a problem halved, as they say. I give advice, I do, and think what it means.
Excuse me.
Hot. Actual hero. Okay, I can kind of read that at least. I don't actually sell anything, no. Come to think of it.
Pity.
No more purchases today. Please.
Yeah, you don't want to throw all my money away.
Well, we'll put a cast here, it seems. Bah. They conduct their business on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene. That's clear. And thus they heard the gunshot, I suppose.
Oh yeah, they did hear something. So they aren't just here to sell their shit. They have useful information, I hope.
Not only that, but they very bravely ran inside to see what was going on and witnessed the crime. That would all be begging, I thought. Just between us. Venus de Milo, what am I to do? What a terrible thing I saw. Well, what I think is, if all what we see is light and shadow playing with our eyes, is any of it real? Very well. The court will hear the formal testimony of these three witnesses now. You will describe in detail what you witnessed and heard at the time of the incident. Bah. the witness's account. Hey, we saw the whole thing from start to finish, we did. Everything from the moment they went in the building. Oh, it was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a Big Bang theory. Seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Gossip couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. I ran into the room and there he was, the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body. I was scared half to death, me. So I ran off to find a copper.
I mean, that mostly checks out. With what we currently know, anyway.
These witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything. Who did they see going inside the building?
Only the victim, Inspector Gregson, and the accused, Barrick Von Zyx.
I've seen pictures of that Reaper in the paper. I know what he looks like. And just between us, folks love stories like this. I've made myself a tidy sum already. But wait, the room was just one of several flats in the building. Someone from another flat could have done it.
All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied.
Of course they are. They're small, damp, dirty, and expensive to boot.
But geez, why would anyone want to live there? The room in which the inspector was found is on the property in the building that's currently leased.
And we know the leaseholder's name, don't we? It's Hugh Boone.
The estimated testimony the court has heard would appear to leave little room for doubt. It's becoming increasingly difficult to see how anyone other than the defendant could have committed the crime.
No, that's not good for us.
Thank you for your candor, my lord.
Counsel for the defense, you may proceed to cross-examine the witnesses.
Yes, my lord. Let's fuck around and find out.
In a close court like this, without a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters. I have to break down this testimony. Somehow.
Somehow, indeed.
Saw the whole thing from start to finish, we did. Everything from the moment they went in the building. When you say they, who do you mean exactly?
Inspector Gregson and the defendant, Lord Van Zyx.
I suppose so. The likes of us don't know the names of the high and mighty. But I'll tell you one thing. It was the old Reaper that went in last. That's for sure and certain.
Just behind Inspector Gregson.
Did they arrive at the same time as each other? No, not at all. First fellow must have gone inside a good 15 minutes before we heard that gunshot. The victim arrived 15 minutes before? Are you sure about that? Am I sure? Am I sure? Does it seem likely that I've forgotten a fellow with bright red hair like that, does it? Yeah, his hair really were red, wasn't it? Redder than my flaming fireworks, even. That fiery red moth still burnt on the inside of my eyelids, it is. Wait a minute. You're saying the man was a redhead? Weren't you listening, chum? Aye, he was a redhead, and he had a big trunk with him as well. Inspector Gregson's hair isn't red. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It seems likely that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Gregson at all, but some other third party.
No, I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct. Yeah, we did see Gregson's body with that red wig that he had for some godforsaken reason. So presumably he was wearing that at the time.
What? And just have a look at this photograph of the victim taken at the scene.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he has red hair. Well, or he's wearing a red wig at any rate. Yes, I mean, yes, that's Inspector Gregson, all right. And a red hairpiece. Ah, of course. We saw one on the floor when we investigated the scene, didn't we? I still refuse to believe that Inspector Gregson wore a hairpiece, though. So then why on earth would he have been wearing something like that? What color does seem to suit the man, one might say? I don't know about that one. The photograph will be submitted as evidence. Please, counsel. The photograph of the victim has been entered into the court record. And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying? I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene. So it just disappeared. What? Do you expect us to have been watching the building every second, do you? We definitely saw him in the dock going in, though. No question about that. It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang. By which, presumably, you mean the gunshot. Oh, I sell these little things, don't I? How would I know what a gunshot sounds like? But I've always thought it probably sounds a bit like this, doesn't it? And you say that you heard the noise almost as soon as you saw the defendant here enter the building. That's right. It was almost straight away. A bang it went. Just like that. Well, he's Reaper, isn't he? It's what the French call a fait accompli. When Reaper's around, people are going in the ground. I mean, it's what he does, isn't it? I think we get the message. The Reaper couldn't allow the inspector to live after he discovered his secret hideout. There can be no clear motive for the crime. Yes, it's certainly an eminently credible motive. Great. And at that point, you ran inside. Is that correct? Quick to talk is quick to walk. He couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. Hold it! Yeah, seems like it. So, when Gossip ran to see what had happened, did you go too? Oh, well, me? I'm a bit hampered, see? All the signs of that I can't move very well. You were away behind, presumably, with that sandwich board around your neck and that big sign in your hand. What a great burden you bear. Pardon me for asking, Mr. Sandwich, but is it possible that you and I have met before? I'm not anybody. Me. The signs are what makes me who I am now. I sign, therefore I am. So, you weren't employed as an omnibus driver just under a year ago, then? See, Ryunosuke has a good memory. I might be mistaken, but I believe his trembling has intensified, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, I agree. He's clearly been through a lot. Yeah, clearly. Turn down King Henry Street, and the Black Widower's Arms is just there. Oh dear. You've made him hide behind a sign. Life is full of surprises. Yeah. I ran into the room, and there he was. The Reaper is standing over the dead body. Hold it! Which I feel like he probably did see that much. So then, you were the first person to arrive on the scene. Is that right? And I was. Kicked the door open like a professional, I did. And yelled out, "Hey, what's going off here?" Give or take. Lord Van Zykes claims all he heard was a man's scream, though. And was it dark inside the room? No, not dark at all. There were candles burning on the wall.
Really? And there was a fella collapsed on the floor. Just between us. It's the first thing I noticed when I got inside.
Ah, I see. I mean, I suppose a dead body would kind of stand out.
Even though Lord Van Zyght's claims not to have seen any such lights on the wall.
We're just quite, yeah, it's quite the curious difference in his story and what seems to have happened. Because, like, I mean, Van Zyght claims to be telling the truth, and I assume he is, but, well, there's clearly a contradiction there.
And next thing I noticed was someone standing right beside the body. The accused, Barack Van Zyght. Hey, that's right. The pale-faced Reaper himself. I was a little shocked, I won't deny it, but I'm no lily-livered coward. I stood...
Something on your mind, pal?
I stood my ground and I gave that Reaper a cold hard stare myself.
And was there anyone else in the room at the time? I'll come back to you, Mr. Sandwich Man, in good time.
No, of course not. Not at first. But this old stiff came waddling along behind me, of course. Only him, mind. I can't handle stairs so well, as you can imagine. Especially on the way up.
And you couldn't have just failed to see someone.
It was a bit dingy in there, I grant you. But there were the candles on the wall, and the lamp on the table. There was nowhere anyone could have been hiding. You mark my eyes. Ugh.
I was scared half to death, me, so I ran out to find a copper.
Hold it!
Yeah, did you actually see him yourself? Yeah, like, were you in the room? So you didn't run into the room with your friends? I'm not that sort of girl. Sorry. I'm a timid little thing, me. I was too scared to go in there. Ah, right. I see. Old Lippy and the witch ran in there. Okay, that's a funny fucking, thing. Like, imagine starting a band and you just call it Old Lippy and the Witch, you know what I mean? Like, that's or maybe a TV show, Lippy and Witch.
Anyway, Old Lippy and the witch ran in there, and then I heard a sort of old lady scream. Well, that wasn't me, I swear. If I were a gentleman, I'd stake my honor on it. How I wondered what on earth was going on.
Which is when you went to find a policeman.
And I ran into a copper as soon as I turned the corner. So I brought him straight back to the place. Didn't I do well, eh? Just between us. That copper's eyes nearly popped out of his head when he saw the Reaper. I've never felt more uncomfortable in all my life. And when it was arrested on the spot, I believe. Considering the catalogue of killings the Reaper had carried out, it was a particularly inauspicious end. If I can't find any holes in this testimony, I'm afraid the judge will give a ruling of guilty, Mr. Naruhodo. The truth is, though, that combined testimony is fairly damning. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any obvious problem with their statements to do that. Still, if Lord Van Zyght really is innocent, then I'm almost certain that we'll find something in there that doesn't quite add up. You don't think that one of these three could be the true culprit, do you? I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that there's more to this case that is yet to be brought to light. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so now let me go back to this statement and pursue our boy Sandwich. Hold it!
Ta-da! This is a really long statement. Oh, okay, there we go.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. There's something you want to share with the rest of the class. Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich? Well, do you? There's really nothing to me. Empty in the head I am. Just 2 slices with no middle. So I don't know what you could want with me. I think that maybe you just remembered something. Having heard Mr. Gossip's latest statement, I mean. What I think is, we're all nothings, really. We try to dress ourselves up as something else, but at the end of the day, we're all just street sellers. Oh, yeah, geez, don't get all fucking gloomy and doomy on us, Sandwich, my boy. Hey, that's enough out of you, Sandwich. Keep your trap shut now. Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich. Then your lip is weird. When he saw the Reaper, he fell clean over on his backside. That's it? Oh, you rotten beggar! I told you to keep that a secret. He screamed, he did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. That's all I wanted to say. Mr. Gossip, is this true? Floor was dead slippery, that's why. Planted my head in a filthy pool of blood, didn't I? Yuck. What? A pool of blood? I feel like you could have mentioned that sooner. But listen here. Even when I was sprawled on the floor, I still kept giving that Reaper a cold hard stare. Don't you forget it. Let's rewind that shit back a bit. Did you say you got blood on your hand? I did, happens to the best of us at times, doesn't it? Though I was scared, so I slipped over. We can keep it just between us, can't we? I feel like I'm maybe not keeping the consistent voice, but, well, well. I don't know, I'm just kind of going for some kind of, urchin-y accent, No, Mr. Gossip, I'm going to have to ask you to add that information to your formal testimony. Oh, if I must. The witness will amend his testimony to include the aforementioned details at once. I slipped over and got blood on my hand, so I quickly wiped it off on the floor. Huh? I don't remember seeing any bloodstains. Hold it! But I could be wrong. It has been a little bit. You wiped your hand on the floor. Well, who wants blood on his hand, eh? Horrible stuff. And they might have thought I'd done it. No tar. And you didn't think that might be a problem? Does it really matter if I left a few grubby handprints on the floor? They'll get cleaned up in the end, won't they? Don't make such a fuss. That's a message from all of us. Why did you scroll so damn big, Cosima? There's nothing wrong, Counsel. No, my lord. I didn't remember anything in the report about a bloody handprint on the floor. That's all. Yeah, I don't recall seeing it either, to be honest. Don't come at me with all that. You can't intimidate me. I know what I did. I wiped it off on the floor. The blood. I wonder, could that be what happened? Mr. Naruhodo. I don't have all the answers yet, but I think we may have just uncovered a vital clue. Yeah, it does seem interesting, but I'm not entirely sure myself either exactly what it is. But either way, I think I'm going to leave things off for here for right now. Now we've pressed everything we can press, so in the next episode, we'll consider our options and see what we can actually do from here. But wow, what a colorful cast of characters, they kind of feel like the comic relief of the trial, because honestly things were kind of gloomy and doomy beforehand. But I don't know, that Gossip seems a bit Again, the thing with the blood is a bit strange, though, isn't it? I guess I'll have to look over the court record and see what exactly, where to go from here. But we'll deal with that in the next episode. For now, though, I'll see you around.